Before you spend another pound in Google Ads, make sure your shopping feed is optimized. This video is going to break down exactly how you do that with a step-by-step example with the exact framework I use on how to make sure your shopping ads are completely optimized for search in 2026. We'll start off with the basics. What is a feed? Plainly put, it's your product data. It's a data file that from the back end of your website that is then uploaded into Google Merchant Center, that is then read by Google and then converted into shopping ads that you then use to advertise and try win new customers. This one, for example, here, these are all shopping ads right there. There's nothing new, but essentially Google uses these files of data, converts every single attribute that you list in there into vector embeddings. There's a lot of mathematical machine learning, tries to work out the intent behind your products, who are the people searching for them, and tries to pair your shopping ads with the right people. There are no keywords. You cannot target keywords in Google Shopping. Your feed is the targeting, which is why it's so crucial you get it right and it's set up the right way to get you new customers for your business. I'm Kieran. I'm a freelance Google Ads consultant working specifically with high consideration brands, especially with furniture, lighting, and jewelry, for those brands spending over 25K a month. Google Ads, let's get into it. So if we know what is a feed, we need to know where we go to optimize it, because you'll have the data probably sitting in the back end of your Shopify, gets exported out into Merchant Center, but that's it. What do we do then? So there's three ways we can do this. Is number one is probably the messiest and not suitable for long term is Merchant Center rules. If you're a smaller brand and you're not going to be making changes to things very often, I'd be looking at rules inside Merchant Center. These allow you to overwrite the data that you'd export from Shopify or other CRMs. It's great for little tweaks and hygiene pieces here and there, and especially if long term you're not going to be changing and testing things. But I would be looking at supplemental feeds or feed tools. Supplemental feeds is essentially a Google Sheet that you can add into your Merchant Center, and it will check the file at whatever cadence you want, like every 24 hours. You've overwritten that data in a cleaner way than just using overwrites inside Merchant Center. For example, if you push out your Shopify SKUs to Merchant Center, you can keep all the titles, descriptions, the product types, the IDs, the exact same as Shopify pushes it out to you. You don't change that data. You then upload the Google Sheet with those changes in. So the two data sources are different. You're not overwriting one and it's completely changed. You've just got one separately to it. So it's nice and clean. And it also means you could do a lot more testing a lot more easily. You don't have to overwrite Merchant Center rules over and over and over. You've just got a separate sheet that is a one and done. It's cleaner. If you're a larger brand and you've got several thousand SKUs, a supplemental feed will break at some point. Google Sheets has a limit. Even after 1,000 rows, it does become unsustainable. This is where platforms like Feedonomics, Data Feed Watch come in. You basically create a load of if X, then Y rules in the platform. It ingests the data. So instead of going from Shopify to Merchant Center, you go Shopify, Feedonomics, Merchant Center. That middle point, that ingestion point, is where you create all those rules, the same way you'd overwrite in a supplemental feed, and then it pushes it back out. So your raw data never gets overwritten in the raw data area. It just goes through the platform, through Feedonomics or Data Feed Watch, and then out to Merchant Center. It's a transformation tool. So this is how you can, or where you go to optimize your data. So we've gone from what is it to where do you go, but what do you actually optimize? It's all very well and good knowing where to go to change things, but what we're changing and why. So too many people, and even seven-figure brands do this. They'll get the data from the back end of Shopify, just push it through, and that's it. Job done. It's the developer's job to change things. It's not. As a search marketing manager, you need to be owning this. You need to be making sure that all of your attributes are built for search. It's not just what the devs have uploaded. You need to go so far beyond that. So what do you optimize? It's basically everything. You have your core attributes, your titles, your descriptions, your price, your IDs, your images. You have your optional ones, you have AI ones, you have logistical ones. Everything needs to be completely covered so that Google can then match everything you've put in that feed to potential customer queries and intent. You can't just get away with minuscule titles. You need to make sure that everything shows as much data as possible about the product. Because as we move into sort of AI mode, ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, all of these are leveraging, it's not keyword matching, it's gone beyond semantic matching. It's all about the data that you provide. It embeds it into mathematical formulas and tries to output and match the intent. It's not keyword based, it's intent based. So you need to feed it as much as you can and with rich information to get that best output. You can see here I've put on an attributes map. This details out as many attributes as I think is relevant for as many brands as possible. You can see here we've got the core ones, your IDs, your GTINs, your condition of the product. You've got your query relevance, so your titles, descriptions, your Google product category, and your product type. Real quick, Google product category is just Google has its own taxonomy that it labels products to help understand what the product is. It's not the most exciting list in the world, and you don't have as much choice as you'd like, but you would assign each product a Google product category, and you also have a product type, which is where you self-describe your taxonomy. So even, for example, we'll show in a second about earrings. The Google product category might be jewelry, earrings. Your product type can go 5 levels deep. You could segment it out, go gold earrings, hoop earrings, bronze plated, silver plated. You've got all these different layers you can go into and customize, completely bespoke to your business. You can include keywords and different intents in there. And that is where you get that rich information that Google and other LLMs can surface when you upload feeds. Outside of query relevance, you have visual optimization. You have your image links, which is just your images. Yeah, and most brands will go on a white background or a slightly off-color background and test with a lifestyle image, or vice versa. Furniture is the other way around, but most brands, supplements, beauty, etc., just have a white background. Video links are a new thing. You've also then got your pricing data, and then you move into the wider areas that lots of brands miss out. Is it, what's the color, what's the size, what's the pattern, is it for adults only, is it a bundle, what's the material? All of these things can be in the feed and feed it that extra context. Don't stop there though. You've then got the logistical side. So you've got the length, the height, the width, the delivery times, the return labels. All of that can be added to. These are all standard attributes. Nothing's hidden. This is all in Google's documentation. I've just put it out on a screen so it's a lot easier to show. On top of that, and we'll cover this later, you can get into advanced type of things like custom labels, and you could also put in your margin data. But the biggies that were announced in May 2026 was not only is the existing product highlight and product detail, but they've now rolled out these new conversational AI attributes specifically to help those AI surfaces like AI mode show your products more. So document link, upload all your PDFs, your different dimensions. If you're a furniture brand, you're going to have all of your measurements. Will the sofa fit in your home? You can upload that type of information in there. Your recipes as well. If you're a cooking brand, all of these different options you can upload. If you've got PDFs and that data is not on the website, put it in the feed. Just put it in the feed. You can upload it as a PDF, nice and simple. You've got popularity rank, which shows how popular each product is against each other as an index on your website. That's really good for pushing hero SKUs or sale products. You're trying to increase the sales velocity. You've also got questions and answers, which I think is the biggest and the most exciting one for me personally. You can have up to 30 questions and answers per product in your feed. So all of the information on your website, on your product pages, your all the questions that customer support get, all of your Trustpilot reviews, all of these areas on Reddit, all of these areas customers are asking questions. You can pull it, aggregate it, and put it into your feed and answer the questions. Because if they're already asking it, Google will reflect that as well. You can capture these searches that you might not have before by having this extra rich information. So it's such a massive opportunity that brands are leaving thousands of pounds of revenue a month on the table because their feed is half-assed. If I'll give you an example, Ottiomberg, I hope I'm saying that right, is a luxury jewelry brand. Here is their title. It's a product on sale. It's got the delivery thing set up. So sale price attribute, tick. Delivery attribute, tick. But their title is awful. It's just 2 words. That tells you nothing about the product at all. And for a luxury brand, it's only showing up because it's a branded search. If this was a non-brand search, it would be buried. It would not show. For their title, you've got lots of different ways that you can include that rich information. I've put up example here, brand, size, product, color, material, and use case. There's no set formula for this. This is what I've found is quite the default. It works quite well. I've then just gone onto the web page, tried to extract more information. There's 14 karat gold vermeil. And I looked in the product schema as well. Okay, it's gold hoops, subtle ridge finish, vermeil again, sterling silver base. We can translate that into a much better title here. I put the 4 options. You can see we've got the 14 carat gold vermeil ridge hoops, sterling silver base, and the brand name. And there's different variations of this, including like luxury, to try and get the sort of price point behind it as well. So all of those options there, just for the title, is an immediate upgrade on the current one, which is 2 words long. Now imagine you do that for your title, description, product type, and then improve the on-page experience as well. You're off to a winner. That's how you get new customers through shopping. You just got to make sure the feed is completely stacked. So once you know what do we add to the feed, how do we optimize it, you then need to go, where do we find it? On top of reviews that we've already covered, you've got search terms. You've got so many rich pools of data. You've got your converting search term report in Google Ads, and you've got your Search Console data as well. Both of those for search, just within Google's platform. You've got Bing as well. You've got all of this data that tells you exactly what the customer has searched and gone on to buy. Integrate that in. I haven't added that there because I obviously don't run the account. But all of that is rich data that you are not surfacing and can surface very, very easily into your products. And again, as we said earlier, customer support as well, social mentions, organic social, all of that is where your customer is speaking and interacting with your brand. You can add that into your feed. So you've now know what is a feed, where you go to add and change stuff, how do you change stuff, what all the attributes are you need to be adding in and changing. But then from there, you've optimized it. Now what? How do we structure an ads account around this? Now, every business is different. This can be a whole video in itself, but you can leverage custom labels to segment out the account to help drive. You might need a campaign to support clearing warehouse stock, or you might be optimizing for profit only. So you segment campaigns out based on margin bands. There might be new inventory coming as a new season's push that you need to put in a specific campaign. You can segment SKUs into different roles in the ads account based off of custom labels. So if we go back up to the feed, this is your custom labels, your advanced section. These are completely customizable to whatever you want to make them. I've just put these here because they're pretty standard. You can have a margin band one, stock age, seasonality, hero SKUs. It could be whatever you need to tailor it to your business to make it easier for you to segment in Google Ads. It's not, you don't have to just rely on ID targeting or product type targeting or brand targeting. You can use custom labels just to make your life so much easier, much more dynamic. There's bucketing tools out there that will group products by performance. It's a lot automated way of making sure that your products are performing as you need to and you are allocating spends as you need to inside the ads account. So then we now know what we need to do, how we can segment things in the ads account. What's the step-by-step? It's very simple. Number one, don't go making changes until you know what's broken or needs fixing. So you perform an audit, work out where the strengths are, the opportunities are, the weaknesses are, then do the enrichment process. Whether you choose to do that through overrides in GMC, supplemental feed, or through your feed management tool, you use your data, your first-party data, your search term data, enrich it, adding as many different attributes as you can that feeds that wealthy information to Google to make that search intent matching so much richer. It's not just going to rely off of, there is no keywords. You have to make sure your merchant center feed is completely stacked. And then from there, segment in the ads account as you need to, and then scale the winners and adjust how the business needs to. If you need to push for a contribution margin, push the high profit ones. If you need to focus on top line revenue, you can then go and segment by AOV. If you need to push stock to free up cash flow, push specific warehouse SKUs. This is how you can do it. It's completely bespoke to every business. But once you know where your opportunities are with the audit, enrich it, segment, weight, and scale. So from here, where do we go? You can have a look on my website. I'll put a link in the description. It's the complete checklist as we've gone through today for the GMC. And along with that, we've also got a Merchant Center health checklist as well to go through common errors. If you feel like you're ready and you've already optimized your feeds, you're not sure what's going on and how to scale your Google Ads account, I do offer 20-minute Profit Elite consultations, which will also be in the description of this video. Cheers.